Hi, my name is Manuel Butrago, and I'm the co-director of Ma Strength. And Ma Strength specializes in Chinese weightlifting techniques. We teach these techniques to athletes and coaches around the world. We've worked with CrossFitters and weightlifters of various levels who are interested in improving their performance and learning how to lift in the most professional way possible. But we also help instructors who want to improve their teaching methods and how they communicate with their athletes. I reached out to Pete when I was looking for copywriting services. I had been growing my list and my business for the last few years, and I amassed about 5,000 followers, and I was getting ready to launch a training program, and I needed somebody to help me let my audience know about it in an effective way. But I never used email to market anything because it always felt like another chore, another task, and it felt very salesman-y because there's a lot of information online about how to craft the perfect email, adding photos, using the right fonts, stylizing the email in the right way, and it just became too much. It just felt like another task, and as a business owner, I just didn't have the time or energy to put into worrying about whether I was sending the perfect email. I ended up going with Pete after a few emails back and forth because he advocated for simplicity. He advocated for sending emails as if you were sending them to a friend. And that to me was very refreshing. In fact, if I had to summarize this whole experience, it would be refreshing because I was able to write emails that reflected my experience and that felt as if I was talking to my audience. And that made the process so much easier and so much more natural. And I actually started looking forward to writing emails. So to prepare for the product launch, Pete created a calendar with a schedule of emails, and he provided the general outlines for each email. And so then I would go in and look at his template and then basically just fill in the blanks. And it was like painting by the numbers. And then he would look over what I wrote and give me suggestions on how to improve, and then that was it. I just schedule the email and get it ready for publication. And I ended up receiving a lot of replies. I actually didn't expect people to reply to these things, but people were so excited and touched by the emails, and that by the time we were ready to launch, we were very close to hitting our targets. So Pete mentioned that he was going for about a $15,000 goal for the product launch, and we got very close to that. We actually reached about upper 13,000, so almost $14,000. So we were very close to that, and he mentioned that there's still room for growth, not only in revenue, but also in growing the list. So I look forward to realizing that growth and working with Pete more in the future. But if you're just getting started with emails and you're feeling overwhelmed, or you feel like you can't handle too much more on your plate, I strongly recommend working with Pete. He's very thorough, he's very punctual, and he gets results.